know it was Yusuf alayhi salam, obviously, but they sold him. They sold him for, like a few dollars, basically. They didn't really know what they had. But the odd thing is, or the ironic thing is, the person who they sold him to was like, in the Quran, it's an Aziz, like a nobleman, right, from Egypt. So the nobleman bought Yusuf alayhi salam, and he took him back to his house. And once he took him to his house, actually the nobleman noticed that it was something about Yusuf. It wasn't exactly, he didn't know exactly what it was, but it was something about Yusuf alayhi salam. So in the Quran it says, the man in Egypt whom bought him said to his wife, make his stay among us honorably. Maybe he will bring us much good, or we shall adopt him as a son. Thus did we establish Yusuf in the land that we might teach him the interpretation of stories and events. And Allah had full power and control over his affairs, but most among mankind know it not. So Yusuf alayhi salam, when he was bought by this man, actually, he was like a servant. He started off as a servant in his household. And like I said, he was still young at the time. Like in this Quran, the translation, they have the age like 17, 18, around that age, right? But he was so pure though. Even though he was 17, 18, I mean, you might see like 17, 18-year-olds around today, you might think, they're older, they're grown and stuff. But even though he had attained this age, he was still like so pure, like a child basically. So anyway, after a while of working under the service of the Aziz in Egypt, the Aziz's wife, how can I put this?
Was it Jezebel?
She was, she had like a look of desire and passion in her eyes.
That's right.
She had it when he first came, really.
Yeah, that's
but once he really reached
that's right.
manhood, it was out of control then. It was just, she couldn't control herself, right? So anywho, so one day, while Yusuf alayhi salam was in the household, and the master of the household, the Aziz, he was out or whatever. And the woman, I'll read from Quran because I don't want to even paraphrase it. Okay. But she in whose house he was sought to seduce him from his true self. She fastened the doors and said, now come thou, dear one. He said, Allah forbid, truly thy husband is my Lord. In this sense, my Lord, it means like, the Lord of this house. He's my owner, stuff like that. He made my sojourn agreeable. Truly to no good come those who do wrong. And with passion did she desire him, and he would have desired her, but that he saw the evidence of his Lord. Thus did we order that we might turn away from him all evil and shameful deeds, for he was one of our servants, sincere and purified. Sincere and purified. So, reading from this ayat, from that last ayat I just read, it was saying, and he would have desired her. I think that kind of shows us like the human nature of still even like the prophets. Because I mean, from what I heard from the story,
there you go.
From what I heard from the story, it's not that the woman wasn't old and crippled woman. No, she was a good-looking woman by all standards.
Fine, that's right.
But I mean, the Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam was a good-looking man by anybody's standards. But so the desire was there, but it was a stronger fear, a stronger sense, or a stronger urge to do good and abstain from wrong than just his desires alone. So it said that he desired her as well, but he saw the evidence of his Lord. So anyway, during this time, in the Quran says they both raced towards the door. So Yusuf was trying to run away from this woman because he I'm in this house and, there's nowhere for me to go. So he tried to run away, and the woman ran after him, and she snatched at him. Like she's really trying to get at Yusuf. So she snatched at him, she ripped the